Well, hello, and welcome to the Tea with Tea. Today, I'm going to be talking about motivation versus inspiration. Just going to be a short little video. I randomly felt inspired to talk about this, and I think it's because I've actually struggled with this in the past. There is a difference between motivation and inspiration. Motivation, as I call it, the matrix mind, the body mind, the physical 3D reality mind that tells you, I need to get this done, I need to do this, I need to do that. So let's motivate ourselves in order to do it with maybe an incentive. Maybe you say, if I complete this task, then I get X reward, or I get to go do this, or I get to spend this money on this thing that I've been wanting. Whatever it may be. Motivation is fleeting. You have it for a bit and it does help you get things done in the moment, but it's not lasting. Inspiration is lasting, everlasting, because inspiration comes from source or your higher self, however you want to describe it. Inspiration is like a download of information. A lot of people talk about getting downloads from the universe or whatever it may be, whatever you consider it to be. And that's what it is. It's coming from your higher self, your higher knowing, and it's downloaded into your brain, into your mind, so to speak, in order for you to communicate that or do that thing for the better of the world, for the better of humanity. We all have our own special gifts, our own things that we contribute to humanity. And for me, I believe mine is speaking, sharing my knowledge, my wisdom, the things that I've gained over the years that have helped me grow into a better version of myself and continue to grow into a better version of myself. And I want to share that with people who may have been like me years ago, who needed to hear, certain things in certain ways in order to actually take action to truly better their lives. Instead of just sitting around in the matrix, being okay with having a mediocre life, putting up with things that you don't deserve because you think that you don't deserve better or that you can't find better. So that's my gift, speaking, sharing all of this with people. That's why I have a podcast. That's why I create content. So when you're running off of motivation, I personally feel like, and this may not resonate with everyone, but I feel like it's not actually what you're truly supposed to be doing. If you're motivating yourself to do something, then that's not truly following your life path. That's not doing what you're called to do. That's not following your intuition. That's not being inspired to do something. You're motivating yourself because you feel like you have to do it. And yes, I understand in the world we live in, we have to do certain things in order to pay our bills and survive in this world. But in general, the goal is to live your life through inspiration. Whatever fuels that spark within you, whatever makes you truly happy, that's the goal. So when you're living through that intuitive inspiration, you're being who you truly are, who you're supposed to be, versus who the matrix tells you you're supposed to be. When you're being the version of you that society tells you should be, then you need motivation. When you're being the version of you that you truly are, that makes you truly happy, then you run off inspiration. So it's two different things. And a lot of people, I feel like, think that it's the same thing, but it's not at all. One is more physical and one is more mystical, so to speak. Where if you believe that everyone has a life path, a gift to share with the world, then motivating yourself to pursue that is not the route to go. You need to run off inspiration. A lot of people, even myself, are like, well, I don't feel inspired or whatever. Well, then you need to work on yourself. And I actually made a video about this. I've made a few videos about this. If you don't know what to do next, if you don't know what steps to take next or where to put your focus on yourself. Focus on becoming the best, most stable, happy, grateful version of yourself. Focus on that, because once you become the best version of you, the inspiration will naturally come. Yes, you may have moments of inspiration like me. I'm a perfect example of this. I have moments of inspiration like right now to talk about this. And every podcast, every video that I record most of the time is out of inspiration. I have recorded videos out of motivation, out of feeling like I need to feed the algorithm. But majority of the time I try to run off inspiration. What am I inspired to talk about? What do I feel like Spirit is telling me I need to talk about and share with the world today? And I make a video about it. So know the difference. Recognize the difference. Are you doing something out of a fear that you're going to lose followers or not gain more followers or not ever be able to monetize or whatever your thing is? If you're producing something, you're afraid that you're going to lose customers, whatever it may be. If you're doing something out of a lack or out of what society tells you you need to do, then that's just motivation, and that will honestly burn you out quicker than anything, because you're running off your mental energy of telling you that this is what you need to do instead of running off inspiration, feeling like you don't need to do this is what you want to do. This is what makes you happy. This is what naturally motivates you to get up every morning because it makes you happy. You could say that inspiration is like a natural motivation. Then the other side of it is where you force yourself to be motivated out of lack or a need, where you think you need to do something. But when you do it from a place of, I want to do this, this is what makes me happy, this is what resonates with me, this is my life path, when you feel that wholly within your body, your soul, that's completely different. I wouldn't even call that motivation. That's just inspiration. So know the difference. Pick up on the little things that, like I said, am I doing this out of a lack or out of a need? Or am I doing this because it truly brings me happiness and joy? Because it makes me feel whole, because it makes my life feel more full. Ask yourself those questions. And if you're doing things out of the need to feed the algorithm or gain more customers, make more money, then it's not going to last long. Yes, you'll have moments of energy spurts where you get a lot done, you gain a lot, get a lot of customers, get a lot of followers, whatever it may be, but that eventually will fade because it's based on a lack. It's based on a societal need, like what society tells you you need to do. So yes, the route of inspiration may take longer and a different form of hard work and effort, but it's so much more worth it because it's what you actually want to do. Everyone wants a quick fix. Everyone wants to get 1 million followers overnight and start monetizing whatever, but then you're stuck in whatever it is that got you there. If you picked one niche, one topic, whatever it is that you're posting about and took off with that, then you're stuck doing that. Because if you change that up, majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time, your followers are going to be like, what are you doing? Like, this is not what I followed you for. People are going to unfollow you. You're going to get less views. You're going to screw the whole algorithm up because you're not posting what you originally were posting. It's like a whole thing. So if you want to take that route and be stuck in that one thing that gets you that quick fix, that quick money, then do that. If that's what you feel like you want to do, if that's what makes you happy, go for it. But if you want to live a life that makes you feel full, where you can just be your true self and not worry about having to talk about the same thing over and over again or do the same thing over and over again, unless it's what truly makes you happy, then go off inspiration. You know, I know there are certain fields or whatever where you're doing the same thing over and over again, like massage therapy. Obviously, you're massaging all day, every day, but for different people, for different reasons, and you do it in different ways to help their bodies. So it is a little bit different. But in general, you're doing the same thing every day. So if that's what resonates with you, then go for it. But just make sure you're following what resonates with you, what truly makes your life feel full and brings you the most joy and happiness. Follow that. Do that. Don't just push yourself to be motivated because you feel like you have to. This is something that I've struggled with. I still struggle with. Probably why I feel inspired to talk about it. Because I struggle with pushing myself to make content because I feel like I have to, or I'm never going to gain followers. I'm never going to be able to monetize. I've been doing this for almost a year now with hardly any traction. But am I doing it for the money? For the instant gratification of people liking my stuff? No. Like, yes, eventually I would like to be able to monetize, but I'm in no rush. I want to make content that resonates with me, that will hopefully resonate with other people who need to hear these messages. That's my goal. And that makes me happy. That makes my life feel full. So that's what I'm following. And I think you all should do the same. Find what makes you feel full, what makes your heart warm, what makes your soul sing. Find that and follow that. That will give you the natural inspiration to continue on. Okay? Anyways, I did say it was going to be a short video. I love you, love yourself, and let's grow together.